George Conway, the husband of former White House counselor Kellyanne Conway, may have just basically given up the game on how his wife could end up destroying Donald Trump's biggest legal defense. Here's what happened. During a recent interview with The Bulwark, George Conway explained that his wife, Kellyanne, in the days following the 2020 election, repeatedly and emphatically explained to Donald Trump personally that he lost the 2020 presidential election. Conway also says that his wife, Kellyanne, was not the only one at the time explaining this very clearly and simply to Donald Trump. Furthermore, they also say that their message got through and that Donald Trump, of course, knew he lost the 2020 election. So what does any of that have to do with Donald Trump's legal defense? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because here it is, and Conway actually does go on to explain this. You see, if Donald Trump truly believed in his heart of hearts that the 2020 election was stolen, he can use that as a defense against any possible charges coming from the U.S. Department of Justice with his attempts to overturn the election results. If he genuinely believed that the whole election was fraudulent and that they were going to prove the fraud, his actions at the time could be considered, in the eyes of the law, legitimate. Now, I know that's a terrifying thought for all of us to think that what he did may be considered legitimate, but if they all did genuinely believe this, if they thought the evidence they had was accurate, even though it wasn't, they would have a very good legal defense that would probably get them all out of trouble. But we start calling witnesses, not we, the DOJ, start calling witnesses like, Kellyanne Conway, who goes on the stand and explains, I told him he lost and he knew it. Like, we knew there was no fraud. He knew that. I told him that. I told him that on this day at this time, and this was his response. That will destroy his legal defense, which leaves him with absolutely nothing, by the way, to try to get out of any potential criminal charges coming from the DOJ. So, Kellyanne Conway herself may hold the key to putting Donald Trump behind bars. And let's be clear, that is a long shot. That is the longest of long shots. You can't get more of a long shot than that. But it is a possibility. And at the end of all this, after what we saw through the entire Trump administration, I personally feel that Kellyanne Conway being the one to send this dude to prison, that would absolutely be the icing on the cake for what we've dealt with, right? This little corrupt individual that went out there, lied to us all the time, became famous essentially for making up alternative facts. If she's the one that takes Trump down, that would just be the funniest thing I've ever seen. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.